Welcome back to Let's Play Aurora 4X Crusader States of Terra. I am Wolfman, and this should be a fairly calm episode here. I'm gonna mostly do a bit of just getting a distant colony set up, maybe a little ship design. Be a very lazy very lazy episode today. But first, let's do a quick Kindle check. Reading The Court of Honor by Kevin McLaughlin, about 2/3 of the way through. This is about a 3.5. It is starting to pick up at about the 2/3 point, but it's a space navy novel. It's set in the basically entirely in the Sol system. It's, as far as I can tell, fairly hard science fiction. But I'm calling it an average book, but I know that some of you are really gonna like that sort of thing. It's really does get hard to find certain subgenres, And when you pick up a book, you never know if you're gonna like it. So all you can do is read a lot of books. Self-defense, panic mode. Okay, I was doing something. Ship design. I've advanced time about a month and a half off screen. So I was gonna redo the Cobra. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Cobra N of requires. I'm not going to redesign the missiles right now because I want to get the boost into the fuel efficiencies before I do that. So we're just gonna keep using our existing missiles for the time being. Okay, 5,000. Search sensor. How big was? Fire control. We're going about 2,000. Can I get that? How big of a difference is 1.4? Not really enough to justify the additional set. So we're going to go ahead with that. Cobra MFB Mark II 20. Okay. Because we're going to keep using our existing missiles for the time being. Technology support, missile search is 3.5 at 60. So, okay, search sensor 3. We'll go to 550. That should be sufficient. There. Cobra Search Mark II. So we're saving a bit of size. I don't know how many ships. We might not even put this in new ships. Really restricted by our Gallicite shortage. So, but it's better to have something researched than not. Move that down to priority, close, and next cycle, I guess. Restored auto mine, research into Meson cannons. Okay. It's another thing I was gonna do. We need to update our Meson batteries. So as far as I can tell, these are identical. But I just wanted to have having a tag one. Okay. See a slight range improvement there. Okay, let me think here. What is our existing? Okay, where's the beast battery? You had 9 quads. Okay, so that gives us a turret design. $20,000 is our best available speed. Want to go with make it a quad. Okay. Go ahead and queue that up. Energy weapons. All your turrets go into energy weapons. And anything else I would want to grab offhand? Oh, that's a cheap tech. We'll put that in. Probably don't normally use large lasers, but you know I am starting to get fairly high in tech tree. So you need to actually think about what I'm going to be doing. That going. Okay. I had a couple of questions about is manufacturing efficiency. This has to do with the available workers versus the required workers for your colonies. So you can see on Earth, we are short of workers. That's mostly because I built too many labs and shipyards, and I didn't multitask well enough. So I am because why I haven't been building more research facilities. So let's go into like a basic. Gentleman was saying he was having a lot of trouble with the smaller colonies. So again, available workers 1.4. This is basically these are people who aren't working. So are it has to do with the colony cost. The lower the better. I generally don't put manned colonies on I think five or higher, unless there's a very specific reason you need to do that. You don't bother. Those are essentially auto mine colonies. If you can terraform them later, fine, that's good. But yeah, 4 or less generally. Maybe 4 or 5 if it's the best colony in the system and you need a system capital. So, yeah. So I tend to watch available workers very carefully, and if you, it's very easy to ship too many mines and construction yards to a new colony, and you know not send enough colonists. So make sure you do send infrastructure to your colonies. Your civilian economy will normally do that, but you do need to keep an eye on it. Also, they will not the civilian colony ships will not send colonists to a colony that does not have available space. So do keep a mind on that. Speaking of which, we are building the government colony ship. You don't normally need to do this that's for a specific situation. And in our situation, we're sending colonists directly to the Berlin system, which is fairly far away. So usually you only need one colony ship early in the game just to try and get things going. Then your civilians will take over. And late in the game like this, we're building a colony ship because we're in a specific situation. So I don't know if any of that made sense to you, but I felt again I learned to play this game mostly through trial and error. So I like to think I could save people a bit of trouble. Factory good Aurora, the quad turrets. Okay. That means do we update the Mason battery? How many layers is armor? Because that's kind of important. Yeah, because when you copy a PDF, it Interesting. Ours. Interestingly, we can get. We would have to do new fire control. We also need to do new reactors. That's interesting. We got much better reactor tech now. Haven't even thought about new reactors. Okay. Let's do that now. Power plants. That just gives us how much power? Output 5. We need a 4. That's 0.4 right there. Yeah, it's good enough for our 5-inch lasers. So I don't know if there's any real advantage to larger power plants, but I leave. Okay. 4. Okay, now we would need a new. Let's swap out to put the new panic mode in. That's an easy setch. New armor. And we need new fire control. We could probably just use the Gauss ones. Gauss fire control. Fire control gauze. Okay. No, we can't use the gauze fire control. It's too short range. How much of an advantage would that be? Get a new one. It's only 75k versus 64. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and we're actually gonna do a. Can I do it? Is there a 1. No, 1.5 will do. That's PDF 20k. So building a specialized maze and fire control. Probably don't really need, but 27. That's not really much in the way of actual research. So go ahead and put that in the queue. Okay. The kiddo. Okay. Let's go and check on the Berlin system. I know I've been sending ships there for auto mines in Gutenberg. No infrastructure there yet. Infrastructure in Königsberg, which I should be paying more attention to. So I'm going to grab ship there. You're pretty much here. Okay, Congress class. I'm going to grab a 1 mine, 30 infrastructure. 10 infrastructure to fill up 1 cargo space. I believe that was Boston, Denver, Berlin. Go to Königsberg, drop that off. Head back to Earth, refuel, and you know what? Go ahead, do that twice. Saves us from giving orders again. You know what? What's going on in Denver system there? There was one planet. No minerals of any kind. Denver 1, dwarf planet, no minerals. Might be worth putting a. Might be worth. You know what? Let's take our salvager ship. It is not doing anything. You dig it. Just make sure your cargo hold is empty, because mistakes have been made. Grab tracking stations. We have ships going through the Denver system. We would probably be keeping an eye out for spiders. Unload and just head back. Those tracking stations, they might be overpowered, but I find they're very useful and it's a very reasonable thing to be doing. Okay. Oh wait, the other thing I did off screen. I updated our ammunition carrier to a new class, which can carry I think another 20 missiles, and it's got a couple of shields on it. Just get a couple of those out. I don't know if we're going to be building new ships for right now. Okay, we really want to keep. If Galicite gets over 50, I'll start building ships again. But other than that, we're just going to wait around for now. How many auto mines do we have sitting around? Enough that some 20. Let's go put 20 on. Put 20 on Venus for now. I want to send them out system. 16 supply. 16 demand. That's because there's a lot of nice stuff on that asteroid. Let's get it off there. Give our civilians something to do. Self-defense +2. So. Okay. Where was the Lighthouse class? Okay, that was a sensor upgrade. The self-defense, which is our anti-missile thing for most ships. So, bit smaller. It's the same size, set by 2.5. Much longer range though. So, gonna be a much more capable sensor. It'll pick up missiles at a longer range. And we're gonna have to completely redo all of this. The real question is, do we want to update our missile launchers? Because we do have a faster fire rate, but it'll be out of sync with the rest of our ships. So we can also do the new sensor. I don't think I'm actually researching those. Okay, power and propulsion. Where were you? Yeah, there we are. That'll be done quickly. Swap those on the roof. Fuel on. Okay. Go ahead and let it go. See a freighter coming back there. Elpo class. I'm going to grab 2 of those. How much is on Emerald Dawn? Just to see. Good chunk of thorium. Well, 500 gallicite. Oh well. That's the wrong system. It was the Dallas system, I think, is one of the new systems we were exploring. You think? Oh, that's a good call. That is a good colony there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Another good duranium colony. 5.9. Again, that's an auto mine sector there. When we're done, I'll take another look at the system. But unless we find a really rich gallicite source, I'm not gonna push too hard in that colony there. Officers. Detroit. Okay. Caligula class. Detroit. Okay. We have a situation here. Okay. Caligula. That is a grav survey ship. Okay, to get the assault wave. It's actually still very. This is the hammerhead to there. Really some defense. Okay. We have a big thing is do we have a scout? Okay, assault wave. Washington. We just move through for now. Balewood, you're actually in fighting condition, I think. Yeah, 2 Lanas, 2 Freelunks. Okay, good. That's good enough condition that we're actually going to send you out immediately. How would that have gotten in? Okay. Ship's going to be very hard to catch. The real question is where it came from. Okay. That means we need to really think about building more ships. Okay. Mining production tech is so important right now. 25 to 30 is a fairly big jump. Okay. Okay, we've lost contact in the Detroit system. Big question is where did they come from? Okay, Detroit. Is Little Wolf refitted? Little Wolf is ready to go. So I guess you'd better head out. Detroit, Houston, just start surveying. Okay, so we got the new power plants. Go right back in the jump drive. We can get a year away on that. Year away on that. You know what? We don't need this many people on energy weapons right now. Take that down to 5, to 10. Really need power plant though. Okay. That's reasonable. Where's the okay. Oh, okay, where was it? Same power, slightly, about 20% smaller. Same cost too. Okay. Is on battery B. That's a lieutenant commander slot. Don't want to be wasting officers on these little batteries. Okay. Next turn. Just checking the time here. We're another 5-10 minutes unless something happens. So that wave is there. I'm going to leave them right there. They're centrally located. There's not a lot in this system, so it's just really a transit point between some fairly important things. But Dallas seems to be done. So anything we find useful here? No, doesn't look like it. Hightower can just go head home. Okay, and I think we're pretty much not gonna really press onto that system. Okay. Okay, next turn. Construction of factory on Earth is complete. Anything we know we need. Sector command. That'll be pretty. So all minerals we have, it's gonna be very expensive though, so I'm not gonna bother. We have 5 academies. Let's grab, let's grab our tracking stations. We know we're gonna need them. I'm sure. Yeah, put under 200. It's probably too many, but who cares? We know we're gonna be using it. Calcite, Sorium is good. Weighted mines. Colony ships done. Okay. Okay, just making sure everyone's rocks are getting flung correctly. Looks good. Again, there's not much in Detroit. Basically one auto mining site and kind of a meh colony. Houston. The badly named planet of Sandbarrow. I do need a. I could probably use a better name for that. Okay. Some people on Gutenberg, some people on Konigsberg. So, damn hot has not colonized yet. That's probably our next. Okay, we're gonna. Konigsberg is going to be the system capital because it's closer to the sun. Which means I actually do need to try and settle this up. Konigsberg itself is actually a really good colony. It just doesn't have any Gallicite on it. So. Let's go back, check the situation in the Sol system. Really not liking that survey ship in Detroit. Especially since we don't know where it came from. Next click. So many things I need to do, but without the cherry is back. I'll let it rest for a bit. Zanzibar, are you doing anything useful? Mining. And this is a great thorium mining spot. So. Population, what are you doing? Let's checking the terraforming. No terraforming on Mars. That's interesting. On Earth, Luna, almost done building. Okay. These are just colonies that got discovered. 8 more facilities, and then we can just sort all this out. I think is another colony station. Do we build any on Earth? We could be moving those. No. Okay. Factory restored. New contact. We found him again. Detroit. And it's a thermal contact. So we could plot an intercept here. Which field do we have in the assault wave? Probably should not have sent the entire assault wave. So, because we're only going to need we're only going to need 1 or 2 hits here, but that ship is fairly fast. So. Anyway, I'm going to call it an episode here. Again, yeah, it's going to be a fairly slow grind. Really is just a matter of we have new technologies. The question is how we're going to incorporate it. If it wasn't this constant Gallicite situation that has been plaguing us in the entire game, I could recklessly build. But we never did find a useful source of that. I mean, this was a good supplement. Now, should be putting more auto mine. You know what? We have all these auto mines sitting around. We have a bunch of let's just go ahead and send 20 there. That'll tie up some more freighters, but whatever. So yeah, getting Gutenberg going is going to be a big deal because that's 9,000. That's 9 million. It's going to be running the entire game. So it's 4 jumps away though. Yeah, it's dealable. Anyway, Wolfman out. Keep on rocking what's left of the free world. Deus Vult.